I'm not gonna lie to you. This line is clear. I'm not gonna lie to you. This line is clear.
Yo, what is up, folks? Welcome.
Bam, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're coming through great, man. Look at it. I like the way you set it up today with the hoodie and the lights in the back. It's perfect, man. It's perfect.
The lights in the back.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
It's got beautiful. What's up, Jet? The amended complaint was an awesome read. I didn't see how Bam has. I don't see how Bam has any leverage to settle without writing a fat check. Yeah. I know the amended complaints out there. We're not going to go over it tonight, but we will be doing that probably soon here on a future stream. Tonight, we're just going to go over a few videos. We're going to go over a little bit of Bam Map stuff here at the beginning, and then we're going to go over some video stuff. We're going to go a little bit over the
interview, right?
The interview, but I also really wanted to go over Lackluster's new video. Because the name of Lackluster's new video is American Fork Police, always making the news. So I thought that might be pretty interesting to go over. We'll go over that last, but we'll start off with this because this is the one thing from the Bam map site that I kind of wanted to go over that looked like an interesting read. So this is is from today. There's been a lot of updates on the Bam map today, by the way. But I just wanted to go over this one. Yeah. But there was like 3 or 4 just today alone. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all over. So this one, racketeering now runs both ways. The franchisees Utah Rico count fact checked episode by episode. So I thought this would be fun. First man pleaded racketeering against its critics and swore it on August 14th. The Salem franchisees pleaded the same statute back. Utah Rico, the Pattern of Unlawful Activity Act against Bam franchising chief executive Eamon McNeff, Chief Operations Officer Matthew McNeff, and takeover operators Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson and their companies. The statute requires at least 3 related episodes. The complaint pleads 4. Each one is presented below as pleaded and graded against the record. And every fact check confirmed mark opens the matching entry of the living census in a new tab. As pleaded, the count is a set of civil allegations. Bam has denied wrongdoing throughout its response to the amended complaint is pending and nothing here is adjudicated. Confirmed. The checkable skeleton beneath the episode's registry dates, recorded calls, court files, police records, and Bam's own disclosure tables, each behind a fact check mark rated in the living census. What was filed? The count pleads its pattern element in the statute's own terms, quoting it at least 3 episodes of unlawful activity that are not isolated but share purposes, results, victims, and methods. It asks for statutes, double damages, and it names the operation pleading in the alternative, and the defendants are in an enterprise associated. In fact, defendants BAM Baker Bricks LLC, Baker or Salem Baker Bricks Incorporated, Amon McNeff, Matthew McNeff, Brandon Best, and Joshua Johnson constitute a group of individuals and entities associated. In fact, the recapture and resale operation. First amended complaint as pleaded. The 4 episodes graded. They differ in how much of each sits in a checkable record, and the grades say so. The standard is the one applied to BAM all over this site. The pleading gets graded, not presumed. Then we have episode 1, Salem, Oregon, 2022 to 2025. The 8-step sequence walked with his fact checks in the companion report on the fraud scheme induced by the item 19 figures executed through withheld transfers and manufactured defaults, finished with the seizure and the resale, pleaded with communications fraud and theft statute predicates. The documentary record here is the densest of the site, the registry dates, the recorded calls, BAM's own verified pleading, the resale trade. So this is as pleaded. Episode 2, Canby, Oregon, 2017 to 2023. Pleaded from the Canby franchisee's own suit, the representation that the store had generated $200,000 of profits per year during the previous 3 years. Fact check asserted the October 30, 2023 taking of roughly $200,000 in assets with the pleads, no inventory or valuation ever provided, and BAM's 2026 FTD corroborating the affiliate history in its own words. The Canby paper trail already holds a census entry of its own, one franchise agreement carrying 3 different dates across BAM's filings. Fact check confirmed, full report, the Canby matter. Her complaint is hosted here. And then we have episodes 3 and 4 as labeled, Kaiser and Springfield. Both enter the pleading through one sentence of the consignor's written report to Lego's chief executive, a pattern up here in Oregon of seizing stores to steal assets, Kaiser and Canby locations, as well as recent event involving over $200K of Lego products being stolen and resold in Springfield, Oregon. The complaint uses that letter twice, 84 as evidence of scienter and motive, 229 promoted to episodes 3 and 4. Read against the record. The label thins out. The store the letter calls Kaiser is the store the first episode already describes. The complaint itself calls it Salem Kaiser franchise. The police file on the seizure in Kaiser PD's PD's fact check confirmed, and this site's Kaiser coverage is the same takeover. Is that same takeover. What the letter adds is not a second store. It is the second victim of the same night. The consignor whose collection was in the building and Springfield. BAM's own store roster lists no Springfield, Oregon outlet at all. The nearest is the Eugene store, one town over. Excuse me. The independent store through whose website the seized goods were later offered. Fact check confirmed in the record. This site holds the Springfield event rest. The letter sentence and its census entry grades is exactly that way. The pleading zone continuity clause points the same direction. The 5-year spacing and the statute requires is measured in the complaint's words between Salem and Canby. So then we have what it says here is the count, the pleading, and BAM's own paper. It says 3 related episodes the statute requires, as the complaint quotes it. 4 episodes the complaint labels Salem, Canby, Kaiser, Springfield. Then we have 8 takeovers booked in BAM's own item, 20 tables, fiscal 2020 through 2025. Then 0 lawsuits disclosed under item 3 additions running while the Canby and Salem suits were live. So what the record books beyond the 8 takeovers in 6 years in BAM's own tables, item 20 table, 4 additions, 2021 through 2026, books 8 reacquisitions from franchisees against the development chief recounted on camera, calling corporate takeovers the absolute last resort that they quote unquote we never do. Fact check asserted the roster with locations and years is in the takeover count. 3 consecutive editions of no litigation BAM's 2024, 2025, 2026 FTDs, each certified that no litigation is required to be disclosed. Fact check confirmed. A prospective buyer reading BAM's current disclosure would lean on none of these episodes. I mean, that's fair, right? Because I'm pretty sure if they disclosed that information, people would be they wouldn't be as likely to want to get on board. Oh, what's up, Relic in the chat? By the way, me and Relic, we hung out today.
They touched tips, guys. We weren't supposed to know, but I spilled the beans.
The tips of our fingers. But
that's what the youth call it now.
That's what it is. We went, yeah. So
like
Relic, if you want a link to hop on, I didn't know if you can. If you want to hop on, man, just let me know. I'll toss you a link. I don't know if you would be too tired or have time or whatnot. But we have 3 consecutive editions, no litigation. But yeah, of course, yeah, I wouldn't expect that to put that in there because that would give people pause, right? And be like, wait a minute, you guys are getting sued? It's like, I don't think I want to be a franchisee. In the machinery that keeps episodes invisible, the Canby case itself was compelled into confidential arbitration in April 2024 and left the public record. The interview behind the takeover could get 3 of 35 former owners to answer at all. That is what a public census is for. Whether any of this ever becomes a pleaded episode is the party's business, and BAM's own documents book is already on the record. All right, he said send it. All right, let me send him the link right quick. I will send you the link, my friend. Give me 1 sec.
Work up, rock a fire, crack a sis, boom, ba. I think I got it, John.
You got it? You can send it? All right.
There. I did it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you. The fair reading and its limit. A racketeering count is a label the law lets a plaintiff plead and then makes the plaintiff prove in Utah by clear and convincing evidence. BAM denies wrongdoing. Its answer to the amended complaint has not yet been filed. And when it is, it will be reported here the same way this filing is. The 4 labeled episodes are not equally situated. And it says, and this page says so plainly. Salem sits on the densest record this site holds can be on a sworn complaint and BAM's own corroborating disclosure. And the Kaiser and Springfield labels read against the record, describe the second victim and resale side of the seizure. The first episode pleads both. Both sides have now pleaded the same statute at each other, which is itself a fact about the dispute worth holding on to. Nothing here is a finding of law. So, Relic is here. What up, boy? What
up? You thought I was too tired, dude?
I thought you might be too tired, man, because you had a long day, bro.
You underestimate my power, man.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah. Dude, I was playing, while I was listening to you, I was playing with my little toy.
Oh, awesome. Does it actually work? Does it actually shoot out?
Yeah. It's actually really strong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it even says don't aim for the eyes. Mr. John got me this.
Yeah, yeah, we went to Ross. Yeah, I think.
What is that?
What is it? The Batman animated series grappling hook, dude.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, remember Batman the animated series? It's actually like scaled. It's actually scaled to size.
It's a lie, guys. It's a lie. It's an ass blaster. Like he fucking sits on it. Like,
hey. You're just because you weren't a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been.
I could have had my own ass blaster.
We would have blasted it for you.
Yeah. I would have showed you how to do it. The instructions aren't right.
No, and I was gonna mess with this. I haven't opened it yet.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, that game is so good, man. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, bro.
Oh,
yeah. It's good stuff, man. Fun game. Really fun deck building game.
But you are correct. I was very exhausted, but it's all good.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna go too long tonight. We're just gonna go over like these a little bit more of this interview, and then
Sweet.
But the next one I think you're gonna find real interesting because it's an American Fork Police video by Lackluster that he just put out yesterday. It's called American Fork Police Always Making the News.
Solid.
So I'm excited to see what it is.
It's funny because I thought you would have reacted to Ben's video.
The newest one?
Yeah.
I do want to watch that one, but I think we could do that for Monday's stream.
That'd be a fun one. I already watched it. It has
watched
nothing
it
to do
too.
with bricks and minifigs.
Not at all.
Yeah, no, but that's fun. We could probably do that for Monday just to take a pause from.
But it does have to do
The
with
bricks and
Provo.
Yeah.
Well, oh, then perfect. Yeah, we'll do that one for Monday. I just thought we'll get a. Oh, go ahead.
I thought that was really smart on Ben's side. It's like, okay, like how do we use the hype of the corruption that's going on, bricks and minifigs for this other video. That's already at 1 million views. So
I
that's
thought
good.
I thought it was hilarious. Sheldon's involved.
Oh yeah. His
I
beard
gotta
is
see-
going wild. It's like so freaking thick.
I gotta see it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it because I want to see it.
Mhm.
But we'll watch a little bit more of this, a few more minutes of this,
Okay.
and then we'll finish this. We'll watch maybe like 5-10 minutes of this, and then we'll switch over to because the American Fork Police video is like almost 40 minutes, so that's probably gonna take up
Damn.
the rest of the time. Yeah, so that'll probably take up the next or the rest of the
Fuck they
time.
did now? What have you done now?
Exactly.
Put the shell that was left
Right.
and then ran all the franchisees. So if you have a conglomerate that comes over and buys whatever's left,
Mhm.
then you may still end up in a franchise
System.
situation.
Yeah.
But at some
Okay.
point, I would really like to see if there's an attorney out there that can say, this is when, this is
Mhm.
why, and this is how.
Mm.
And if that could happen,
For them to get out from underneath corporate altogether, right?
what that looks like,
Yeah.
however that looks,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not saying, I'm not saying throw a hand grenade in the whole thing,
Right.
but whatever that exit strategy looks like in a graceful way, as polite as possible, and then being able to move forward and make a lot of money quickly. Because if you say if BAM goes and these magically become their own individual,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that go in. But if you have like a somebody that could come in with the POS system and it's already locked and loaded, you've got branding, you've got signage, you've got PR, you've got the whole, and then you've got classes, and then these are your ads for each month. So all you have to do is slap up the signs, and this is what happens. But that's a good merchandising and marketing team behind that.
Right.
But if you had that and you could actually shove that out in a graceful way without doing anything against the law. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to, tamper with anything.
By the
I
way,
don't wanna,
there is no company
do
that
anything bad, but
that's involved with Lego merchandising that does that.
Mm.
So like Bricks and Minis doesn't have a way, like if Bricks and Minifigs gets dissolved or corporate dies, there's not a way to get a POS system through all of them, new franchise, like all that stuff. Like there just isn't. That's also one of the reason why that every marketing company that owners have partnered up with are usually local, because not many investigate how to do marketing for that specific area with that specific demographic.
Mm.
For something as niche as Lego third-party reseller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so like in Slack, like people usually wouldn't recommend a marketing company because unless they were in the same state and if they were local.
Yeah, speaking of the Slack, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see if now that Crystal's filed this amended complaint, see if they're actually going to respond this time, because there still is yet to be any kind of movement in that. So that's going to be fun to see if that gets to the point of any kind of discovery and stuff, which people BBQs of the opinion don't get that far. So we'll see. As it's like
to get what
fun. to get discovery and
you
and actually get as far as deposition. He believes it will. Based on the filings and stuff, he thinks that one might actually,
damn that.
He did a breakdown. So,
Bricks and Minifigs is screwed if they go to discovery.
oh, bro, if it goes as far as that and depositions, bro, that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you could get that organization and you could have that safety net and go, okay, here's this group. and they've got this plan. And if you want to be a part of it, you can. Entirely up to you. But this is your safety net. And if you want to go do your own thing, go do your own thing. But at some point, this is a way we can do that.
Yeah.
It would take first of an attorney, but I think the rest of it would fall into line really pretty quickly for somebody that was kind of smart about it.
Right. Yeah, I would like to see maybe, and again, I think you're right on the IBAMF situation where they just really want a change in leadership at corporate. They want to get more support from corporate, that sort of thing. But if that doesn't happen, like option plan B, maybe they could band together and put money together to get a lawyer to look at some of this stuff, to kind of maybe map out any kind of other possibility of an exit strategy out from underneath corporate.
I really think if we put a call out there for two things. First of all, if we have an attorney out there that's willing to go long term.
Yeah.
So let's say there's an attorney out there that's really good at what they do, and say, if you were going to do this, or this was going to happen A or B, then that attorney is going to be with them forever. And that's a revenue stream for him or her. And that could be a long-term deal. But there's solution-based ideas at that point. And if we could get, or if they could get an attorney involved, even if you put it together a GoFundMe, look, we just want to figure out what our exit strategy is if that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? The uncertainty is killing us all.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's got to be super stressful on these franchise owners, with this kind of hanging over their head on, are we going to be able to survive in this business? Are we going to be able to make it, because of the decisions by corporate?
And it would be really interesting to have this attorney go through and go, okay, A, B, and C is a violation or a contract violation or whatever. And you can get out of your contract because corporate did these things.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They'd have to get a good franchise lawyer that specializes in this kind of stuff for sure. To kind of look at that.
Kate, I'm kind of a gambling woman. I would put money on that. I'd put real money on a GoFundMe. I'd put real money on, an attorney coming out and going, yeah, let's make this happen. Let's see what their exit strategy possibly could be. Let's not force anything, because that's not what we're wanting to do at all. We're just trying to figure out.
Just looking at options, basically. Right. Just looking at options.
If you had a consultant that could go in and under the guides of, you are a Bricks and Minifigs, but this is
considering how disorganized they are, like Bricks and Minifigs is, I could see a really diligent lawyer completely tearing them apart.
Yeah, but remember all the parameters that she's saying, that's near impossible. There's not a very successful lawyer who's not gonna want to, who's practically gonna do this for free. Okay, to do it long term.
Yeah, I don't. That's where I think. Yeah, that's where I think it would probably be a little unrealistic. It would
happen. Nobody has the money, and everybody who does have money on Bricks and Minifigs, they're on the side of corporate. Yeah, because they know how to utilize all this against corporate or for themselves without going against corporate. So it's you'd have to, if you got a lot of let's say half the owners involved, they would only have enough money for possibly a year.
Yeah, they would have to
pay a good lawyer.
It'd have to be a really diligent lawyer, and they would have to be on retainer. That is constantly always looking over everything, constantly checking updates on the operation manual and things like that, and just check the numbers all the time and just really on top of it. I mean, I think like Rose says, I think it's possible, but I agree with you also. Yeah, it would take a lot of money.
And there's so after today, John, while I was on my way home, I was making a few phone calls, texting people here and there. I had my wife text for me a little bit, but there was one side that we forgot. There's owners that are on the side of corporate and owners that are against them, right? But there's also owners that don't give a damn.
Yeah, they don't want to be involved in it.
No, they don't care. They don't care about what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Because they're usually doing well. We went
Yeah.
to a Bricks and Minifigs today.
Yeah,
that looked. It was organized. They had solid inventory. A lot of people in the store, just buying, coming in and out. It was flowing. And the people that want, for Bricks and Minifigs to get better are the ones that are getting affected by it, because every area, every territory has different type of fans. There's gonna be some territories that like all the people that are shopping at that particular Bricks and Minifigs might have watched all of Ben's videos and still don't care, and they'll still go and shop at Bricks and Minifigs at their local one. So it's very naive to say, oh, this is like, it's a done deal. Like,
no,
it's
not
over.
even close. Yeah, especially what we seen today.
We went in during the time where it was like not even a busy time.
Yeah, not peak
and they were
time.
full.
Yeah, that's true. Let me show this to people's here real quick.
Dude, there's a dude humping the table. Like, that's how much you love Bricks and Minifigs.
I love Bricks and Minifigs.
No, but seriously, he had like one leg over and he was just
or it's like, it was me.
I love Bricks and Minifigs.
That was me you saw at that table. All right, let me see if I can find it.
I would never. I would never. Magic the Gathering now. No, I'm not just kidding. Not even for Magic.
Dude, I was surprised like seeing Magic the Gathering like everywhere I went. Like Ross.
Yeah.
It's
Like, it was
big
just
over
like in
here.
Ross. Like, I was like, damn.
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
We saw quite a bit. So here, so y'all can see this. This was what we did today. Hold on, let me post it real quick. I'll show the picture right quick, so y'all can see. So y'all can see the proof. That's the store we went to. That's the Bricks and Minifigs.
I'm not just fucking with you. We were touching asses for you, the people. Oh yeah. What's your shirt say, John?
This NXT for life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, NXT for life. Rustin t-shirt. But yeah, it was pretty busy in there. And again, yeah, you can tell it wasn't even peak time, but yeah, it was popping
a
in
shirt
there.
that said "Don't do drugs." I was like, "Get the fuck out!"
I mean,
I'm kidding.
Fuck your shirt.
Only with aura. Don't do drugs except when you're with aura.
Yeah.
Do all of them.
You know what it is.
Smile like
what
that.
drugs you taking? All the drugs.
All the drugs.
The sun was in my eye. That's why I was just like, oh God.
And he couldn't figure out the camera. I'm like, just give me your damn phone. I'm like,
yeah, I couldn't see anything.
It was like 2 seconds. There you go.
I was just like, I can't see shit here. So I had to take a picture for us.
John brought out the inner Rican. He was all like,
yo no sé esta mierda.
Eso no se hace.
Yeah.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Hell yeah. We found it.
I wouldn't have been able to find it. But no, but we did find it.
Can't read.
Didn't we? No, because I can't read, because I can't see nothing.
Your merchandising and your vendors and your sales and your advertising, and how does this all work? And
yeah, that's another thing.
I
know we just played it for like 2 seconds, but like, yeah, like you'll lose all your contracts.
Yeah.
Like Bricks and Minifigs, like I pointed this out on another stream. I don't know if I pointed it out here. Like, I don't understand. I don't think people have investigated enough of Bricks and Minifigs and understand the level of connection they have. Like, dude, Bricks and Minifigs, they at one point were gonna do stuff with Mr. Beast. They were talking to him. There was contracts laid out. Like I don't know if he ever visited the corporate office. But yeah, like they were doing stuff with like big name YouTubers. The biggest one, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Interesting. I haven't heard him say a word about this. That's interesting.
Nobody's has said anything about this. Mr. Beast hasn't said anything about this. But if you guys dig deep enough, because that's one of the things that when I was looking into it, I'm like, heard you guys have a contract with a YouTuber, and then corporate looked at me, how do you know that? Because they were doing it when I was coming on, and it was one of the big things. I was like, you got Mr. Beast, don't like the guy, but I understand like his reach.
Yeah,
so, and then they showed me over there at corporate, like, yeah, we're doing this thing, and they had all the stores building up blocks because they were gonna build a whole Lego house out of like actual Lego pieces. That then something happened where they decided to not do it, and then Mr. Beast did like those big like plastic blocks to build a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
B said, "Fuck it, I don't need you guys. I can do it myself."
He pretty much, yeah. After everybody like did all the work too,
Yeah.
he was just like, I don't know.
I'll just do it myself. He said, "I'll just do it myself. I don't know."
Yeah, Rose. I could probably. I probably shouldn't say it on stream. Rosa, feel free to reach out to me on
Contact him,
Instagram,
yeah.
and I could probably tell you some people that would have the record that used to work for corporate that no longer work for corporate, and I'd have to talk to them to see if it's okay to connect you guys. But yeah, they were doing stuff.
It's funny. Didn't hear a word
Again,
about
nobody
that.
has to believe me. Nobody has to believe me. I don't have the. I'm not showing proof right now. I'm not putting it on screen, but I'll have to talk
I
to
don't
the
think you
people
just
who
made
can
that
do
up.
it.
That'd be weird. That'd be
Yeah.
weird of you to do if you just made that up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They almost had DSP. They were going to collab with DSP. You could have said anybody.
Dude, DSP. Yeah, they were gonna
Yeah,
jack off with
DSP.
Legos on stream. Like that's crazy.
Kind of. In honor of me, DSP, they have a DSP minifig with headset complete, removable headset, bald spot toupee.
Yeah. I also have a stream, a link.
Guys, I can't continue if with only like $30 super chats. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to buy the super chat minifigs with it. You know, you got to give
Yeah.
me shekels.
Yeah.
You got to get the
Dude,
minifig
I
shekels.
need that
to
money.
feed
I really need that money.
I know, right? His little Lego house, the lights go out if you don't put the shekels in on the side. What?
Because he can't pay
DSP's
the
house is off.
He's not gonna be
We
he's not
need
gonna be
my
able to pay the
shit.
energy bill for it. So
The
He's like,
electric
"Steve,
bill, the Wi-Fi
yeah.
bill, it works as a
Yeah.
hotspot.
yeah,
If
the
you pay
energy
for it.
bill. Yeah. That guy, bro.
without disrupting that, so they
It's
can
too
actually
much.
make money.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be a great segue
Yeah.
or a great catalyst, because at some point, you know, if the franchisees are making money, corporate's going to make money, and we can not like corporate or whatever, but at some point that saves the individual franchisee.
Yeah.
And gives them a real sense of hope, because at this point, paying your electric bill on your personal credit card is not
The
okay.
electric bill.
No, definitely not. And you know, and ultimately, it's very similar to what Reckless Ben talked
Electric
about.
bill,
We wanna
my
kinda shed
internet
light
bill.
on this to try to help these people that are having their lives
Dude,
destroyed. by these
there were
decisions of
people
corporate.
that like
when they had
Yeah,
zero.
pause it.
there's stores that they were doing like either well or started doing pretty decent right before this whole controversy happened, and it's
Yeah.
as soon as it happened, like some stores are lucky to have few customers come in a day.
Mm.
Some are doing super well. Funny enough, some are doing better because of the controversy.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it got
the
people in the
curiosity.
'cause it was curiosity. It got people in the store asking, and then when they got to meet an owner that was actually not a douchebag, they'd be like, "Oh,
Huh.
actually, you're really nice. It's just your corporate overlords
Well,
or
that's-
crap." So like maybe I'll try to support you or whatever.
That's the funny thing about
Yeah.
controversies is that they always create cash somehow, even even with a situation like this.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for everybody, but for some people. So if you look at like in YouTube when controversies happen, like somebody who doesn't get like entirely canceled per se, right? But they're involved in a controversy, they'll have that period where they'll lose a lot of subs, but then they'll just within like a couple months, if they're not completely canceled, that they won't show, that they'll continue to show their face and pretend like nothing happened. They gain all that shit right back, and sometimes even gain more. They end up getting more like subs in the long run, because there's some people like that. There's been attempts to cancel them, and they've just been like, nah, and they just keep going, and they end up being more successful in the long run.
What
It's
is it?
just crazy.
Slanders Kennedy. Remember him?
Oh, that guy. That was so funny. Man. Yeah. That guy was so funny. He disappeared after that whole thing. Remember?
He chose to be canceled after that, I think. But like, his little address to it. It was a 3-second video. Like, the police are not looking at Shane Dawson. Thank you, goodbye. And then like that was it.
Yeah,
You
that was
never
all
saw
he
him
ever
again.
said. Yeah, he's like, there's no evidence of this. The police are not doing an investigation. That's all I have to say on the matter. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, he never, it's funny. This one guy, he basically got a story wrong, but he
Story
didn't.
wrong, John.
He
Story wrong.
He got he complete. Well, not just wrong. He
announced that the police department was actively investigating Shane Dawson, and he dropped the detective's number to call. And then that detective got blown the fuck up for a case that never existed.
That never existed. Yeah, people confirmed that it didn't exist. So then the guy, he ends up making a follow-up video, but he doesn't say like, I got it wrong or anything like that. All he said was just like, presently there is no investigation, blah, 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 this, that, or the other. And that's it. And like, that's all he said. And then like,
it was like a 5-second long video.
Yeah.
It was like 5 seconds long.
It was so funny, man. Like, that's the funniest things I've ever seen. And he just went up business as usual. And then he just eventually just faded away.
Sanders Kennedy, man.
Who was the one guy that the commentary bros that they tried to cancel? Was it Red Kiwi or something like that? But it never, like, they tried to like cancel, but it never worked. And like the guy ended up being like more successful in the end or whatever. Was it Red Kiwi or something?
Red Kiwi is the different person entirely. I think you're talking about Just Destiny.
Maybe
that guy.
Yeah,
Maury.
Maybe.
D'Angelo Wallace was another one. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I kind of.
He tried to cancel Turkey Tom on Thanksgiving or whatever.
Thanksgiving.
That's the way, or that's the way they perceived it. And and he outgrew them by multitudes. It's crazy.
That was funny. Yeah, like I said, some people can't get canceled unless you allow yourself to be in some instances. Some people have survived it, so it's pretty funny. I always find that hilarious when that happens.
To do with it. I don't know if you saw the Amagessant press. He's a First Amendment auditor, where he showed up at a Bricks and Minifigs, and they're like freaking out because he was like had cameras, and he was like, I don't know if he knew about the situation or if it was just coincidence. He just happened to roll up on one.
I saw that video.
The store owner was like, "We're getting death threats, like we're getting review bomb, and all these people are going through this,
right, and it's really not fair.
Yeah,
but rule of life number one, life is not fair, and I get that. But it's not, when you've ruined the brand so bad. At what point what point does you just go, your brand's worth nothing? I bought into a brand that was supposed to be worth this, and this brand is worth nothing.
Yeah.
And you've ruined when is that a breach of contract? When is that just flat out a breach of contract on its own? And why is there not an attorney going, we can fix this. Let's fix this and do the whole thing long term.
Yeah.
Not that it can't be it definitely can't be a what is it when they do that? Like everybody does a lawsuit together.
Oh,
class action.
Like a combined lawsuit.
Class action lawsuit.
I
can't. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the term.
The words escape me at this point, but
yeah,
they can't do that. They can't do a group deal. But if an attorney could do each one individually quickly, and then set up their businesses the way they should be, I would really say that
it would have to be
on me could pay for that.
Good.
Like it would have to be a whole other corporation to get involved and to set up to either copy or just take it over, buy it. It can't, like they can't set that all up because again, you got over 100 vendors. Okay. All contracts. The contract's only transferable usually through a sale. Right. So if a corporation is dissolved, destroyed, whatever it may be, and there's franchisees still around, then those contracts are not null and void.
Yeah.
But the main holder that had it with corporate can choose to continue their partnership. Right? Because there's also those vendors that might want out of this situation, but they understand the contract that they signed, so they have so many years remaining. And what needs to happen is that, let's say Bricks and Minifigs gets destroyed, but those contracts do transfer over to the individual store owners. Those individual store owners need to prove to them in the remaining years that are left that they would like to re-sign and revitalize that partnership for many more years to come.
Let's see.
Right? So like everything that needs to happen for owners who still want the Bricks and Minifigs benefit, because regardless of how crappy this corporation is, they have really great vendors, really good like kind of like a structure in how it should go, but they have all this garbage in the back end that's going to ruin everybody, right? But like overall, there is a great the buy sell trade model. That's a pretty good model. The vendors that they partner up with, they're really good, and you can with like at least when I was there, you could kind of pick and choose except for a select few like Toy House, but I didn't Toy House. But you could pretty much pick and choose which vendors work best for your location, right?
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, you got your vendors, you got your POS system, you got possible insurance agencies that maybe corporate required you to have, and then if that's dissolved, like what kind of ramifications is that gonna happen with your store if you have no insurance for the next coming months? And then there needs to be an audit of every single location. There needs to be so many things going on that it's not an easy transfer, no matter if there's a perfect lawyer that does every single one individually. There is going to have to be some sort of corporate entity to control one brand. Somebody or a few people are going to have to be big boss.
Yeah.
Because one person is going to decide to paint it all red and still keep the name Bricks and Minifigs. Another person keeps the same colors. Then another person wants to put Bricks and Minifigs and then some, whatever it is, like, and partner up with a bar or food or whatever that kind of stuff happens. Like, it's all different. Like that's why most the best companies that survive, especially in the restaurant business, are the ones that don't do franchising. Yeah. But if there's a restaurant company that does franchising and they're successful, then they're very successful. Yeah. Because they have like a very specific and hardcore structure to how they do things, the standards, right?
Yeah. Like, obviously, like places like McDonald's and stuff like that. That's why they have like literally a global
franchising. And growing slowly is also really good. Like there's this company that the owners know Matt and Ammon. They've had conversations. I wouldn't say they're friends, but they've had dealings in the past. That's called Atlanta Brick Co. Right? It has the biggest collection of all retired Lego in the world in one location. Okay. And then they opened up their second location in Orlando called Orlando Brick Co. and partnered up with a bar. So you could shop your Legos and then get plastered as you're shopping Lego as well. So
That's
they
funny.
did a different structure.
More.
Yeah.
That way you can buy more. It's a strategy, bro.
Yeah,
it is. It could be.
It's perfect. It's just like, hey man, after you take that shot, you want this set?
Check out this TIE fighter I have right here. TIE fighter.
Let me down this first. I'll be right there.
It could be yours for $30 more. $30.
Well, but the main point I pointed that out was that that's your benefit. Like it doesn't matter if like for instance, I pointed out to John, and I won't say which vendors that I was the one that somewhat introduced to Bricks and Minifigs, but not very in passing, and that I really, really liked. You know what I mean? The point of the contract is to keep them there.
Yeah.
So that's the point of people staying, is because they have all these benefits. If these benefits were no longer there, then obviously every owner would probably be out right now because there would be no benefits.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's you're bound by contract, and if you lose that vendor, then what's the point if that's your favorite vendor that brought you the most sales?
Yeah.
So it's not transferable. They don't care. Vendors are just like other they're just other businesses that are like, hey, look, the only reason I stayed is because the contract was remaining.
Yeah.
Like, money is great and all, but I can't trust you because I trusted these guys and I thought they were honest people. And now through this reckless spend thing, I don't know. So I have to reevaluate all my professional relationships.
Yeah.
All of them. And not just Bricks and Minifigs. Every single one. Like, if I was a vendor of Bricks and Minifigs and all this came out today and I was able to get out, every single contract that I have with every company or store or whatever, I would reevaluate every single one. I'm like, let me dig
you would
deep.
have to.
Yeah, let me dig deep on who else I trusted that is dishonest.
Yeah.
And who's gonna bite me in the butt later down the line.
Yeah, that makes logical sense, and it makes good business sense because, again, exactly, you have to consider yourself too, because at the end of the day, it's just like you don't want to be collateral damage because of something, because of an association. You know what I mean? When obviously it's like, even though, again, it's really not on you, but still, when you have a business to run, you got to protect your business. You know what I mean? You got to protect it from bad publicity. You got to, and potentially not just bad publicity, but, obviously from bad business practices, because it's just like, okay, well, if they can screw these people over, it's just like, now I got to wonder, are they going to do it to me? You know what I mean?
No, and how many companies in the past, like, luckily this didn't happen to anybody that wasn't associated with Bricks and Minifigs, but there has been companies in the past where, like, some scandal came out where the CEO was like effing all the secretaries or whatever. And like a partnering company put out a press release the day after the scandal came out, not knowing that there was a scandal, talking about how great this guy is or this girl is or this company is. And then they got all this backlash too. Like, how can you support this freaking animal, this terrible company who, like, spiked up the price of medical pills by like 3,000%. They're like, how the freak did they know that? And then they saw that there was a scandal.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Sometimes timing, no matter what, is just like, sometimes there's things you just can't control. Like, another good example, right, was like, things you just can't control, but you probably, obviously most people would try to wait as much as they can to get as much information as they can. But the thing is, sometimes even sometimes you're not always considering that in the moment. Like, I think a good example of not considering that in the moment was when WWE made that, when Chris, after the whole thing with Chris Benoit, right? They put on a tribute episode of Monday Night Raw, like the very next day, but they hadn't had all the facts yet of what actually happened. So they put on this tribute episode for Chris Benoit on Monday Night Raw, and then they find out like a day later, like, it's looking like he deleted himself and his family, that it wasn't like somebody came and took them out. It was like that he took them out, then took himself out. And then it was just like, oh man. And then after, their reaction to that was basically erasing him from their company's history. You know what I mean? By never mentioning him again and stuff like that. But it just like, it was kind of one of those things like, oops, like, oh yeah, probably should have waited a little bit long. But again, how, they didn't know what they didn't know.
Yeah, it's like also jumping on, not the bandwagon, but jumping on the story, before you have all the facts. Like when the Reckless Ben thing came out, like, I props to some of the people that are like, hold up, I don't know this Reckless Ben guy. Let me see let me do some digging. And then like a few days later, because it wasn't like it dropped and then like some people got on it, but what if they found out like Reckless Ben was the bad guy? You know what I mean? Yeah. So like that, just proper journalism, proper intelligence is like, well, I just came across this channel. I heard this. Let me see what else is up. Okay, this guy's legit. Awesome. If I have a platform and I want to start talking about the story and I do this kind of stuff, great. Let me get on it. It isn't just like, it's not just like, oh, yeah, like every controversy I see is the truth.
Yeah. It's fair to scrutinize and to be skeptical of stuff. A healthy degree of skepticism is how, you get how you should look into.
No, and journalists like, actually you could use Reckless Ben as an example. Like, he's got it wrong before when he started investigating.
Sure.
And then he's like, oh shoot, actually you're not the bad guy. The person that called me was the bad guy.
Yeah.
My bad. That happens.
No, and it was, again, we see that his idea, obviously, he's just trying. Like when you see, like, especially in the police report, right, when he's like talking to Josh, and he's like, well, look, if you're telling me that Crystal's really the one at fault, and that's something that you guys can prove, and this, that, or the other, and that's actually true, if you know for a fact that that's what happened, then let's team up and let's go after her. And he remember Josh kept being like, oh, well, you see, no, because blah blah blah, and I'm fat and stupid, and
those were his exact words, by the way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
exact words.
I said, I'll tell you. I said.
Yeah, I'll say,
Shakespearean.
I don't think we can do that. Yeah. So it just, it's, again, it's okay. I think it's fine to have that kind of mindset, to be like, all right, hey, look, let's find out what the truth is, and let's get justice together. But let's make sure we know at least enough that's corroborated or substantiated, that it's just like, okay, so this is looking like it's checking out. Let's go forward and try to make this right. So, but I'll do a couple more minutes of this, and then we'll switch over to the AFPD video.
EDP,
class action lawsuit.
Class action.
AFPD.
Yeah. So yeah, no, if you have a class, they can't do a class action. They have to go to arbitration. But arbitration isn't fruitful at some point, because and how much breach of contract do you have to have?
Yeah.
What's the threshold before you could just go, we're done here?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
These store owners are so afraid to even talk out, and they feel alone. They're so isolated. You know what? They need an outlet to actually be able to share what's going on.
And some of them are trying to speak out, and they're being shut down by corporate. I don't know if you saw our video that Coach put out with the Sarasota store owner.
Yeah, I'm surprised she came out. I'm really surprised she came out, and I wonder what's going to happen now.
Yeah, so
I'm afraid for her.
Yeah, so she got in a little bit of heat, after that whole interview with us. I don't want to go into any kind of details or anything, but yeah, she got in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what's going to happen, but she's, she basically had the courage to stand up and speak out.
Yeah.
And it, and the thing is that if corporate comes down on her with a hammer, the public's going to rally around her in that store so massively. It's gonna be insane.
Well, and I think if a group of them, God, I don't want to talk out of turn, because at some point I don't want to go against the whole franchise thing, because that's what they entered into.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think if like this woman, I like her. She's got a set, and you know what? You have to stand behind that, and I am all for it. I am all for it. And I mean, it's the reason why I'm standing out. You can't treat people the way they've treated people for this long,
100%,
and not be called out on it. It's just absurd. So I mean, if she was to find a group of people that could say, okay, here's the tools and resources, here's your safety net, here's your exit strategy potential, and then she could breathe deep and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's where it's a gamble, because you don't know what you don't know. I mean, you could stand up like what she did. Obviously, the Sarasota store owner. That's obviously, it takes guts to do that, to stand up and do something like that. And I'm sure, the public would rally behind her. But there's other people that they're not willing to take that risk, because they're just like, man, I don't know, because I'm going to put, I could potentially put my family in a bad spot, you know what I mean? Because this is what's keeping us afloat. For some people, the way they'll just, they'll rationalize it. Look, I got to do what's right for me and mine first. And I think that's equally as fine too. I mean, but I do agree with what you're saying here, though, C-Man, too. At some point, you might, you gotta get moving, to change stuff before it's too late. So hopefully, some of these people realize that they might have to take the initiative before things get so out of hand that, you know, it's then too late to do something about it. So hopefully that's not what ends up happening, you know, because that would suck for a lot of people, a lot of people being collateral damage and, you know, losing their livelihood over this because of the dumb stuff that the leadership at the company did. But this is the next video we're going to be going over here. We'll go over. I don't think we'll be able to finish this one. But we'll get through. We'll get through as much of it as we possibly can because, like I said, American Fork Police always making the news. So I want to see what it is that they made the news about. And I know Punk King has been telling us about whenever they go and do these city council meetings. He did tell us about this. About this was the gentleman, I believe, that had gotten pulled over and basically gotten harassed by Officer Kitchen and who ended up having to apologize to him, but it wasn't really an apology. It was more like, well, I'm busted, you know, more like, you know, he was wrong. He knew he was wrong. He was caught being wrong and more like, you know, had no other choice. But I believe this is the guy that they got pulled over in that particular video.
Your inaction speaks volumes.
I work with first responders all the time, and I'm like, wow.
It signals your willingness to tolerate abuse of authority.
I feel traumatized by this.
Since the city refuses to act voluntarily, then outside legal action will force you to change.
Well, if everything goes according to plan, I will traumatize him for you, okay?
Thank you.
I'm sorry that you ran
Okay,
into one of the
probably not something you want to say when body cam is being recorded, especially by somebody else, even if you're joking. Oh, man.
Greatest a-holes.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
What's up,
to
Rube?
the Lackluster channel. It's been a while since we've heard
What's up,
from
Rube?
the Fork Police Department. It'll likely be years till we hear anything substantial from the Lego saga. So I figured today we'd check in with the American Fork Police in this 3-part video. We'll start with an update
Oh,
from
boy.
Aaron Booker, the victim of school resource officer
Yep, there he is.
Bronson Kitchen, after he was unlawfully pulled over on the freeway for lawfully exiting a dual HOV and exit lane.
Dude, this was, this is not that long ago. It was literally days ago.
Give me a second to finish this and you'll see how this is tax related. My name is Aaron Booker. I do not live in American Fork. In May of this year, I was stopped on Interstate 15, 1 hour north near the city of Bountiful by American Fork Police Officer Bronson Kitchen. Under the false guise of an HOV violation, the real intent of the stop was to be an off-the-books intimidation ploy. He wore no body cam. There was no call to dispatch. From the moment Officer Kitchen approached my car, the encounter escalated unnecessarily. He immediately resorted to threats of violence when I declined to comply with his unlawful order.
Roll down your window.
It's fine.
Roll down your window.
Now it's fine.
I'm not asking you a question.
Give me my ticket.
You want me to have highway come and break this window?
What am I being pulled over for?
And he's a Marine.
It was clear that his presence commanded neither fear or intimidation. Officer Kitchen then refused to complete the purpose of the stop, despite my numerous requests for a citation so I could handle it in court.
Fuck off and give me my ticket.
I'm not going to give you a ticket.
You pulled me over for no reason. Give me my fucking ticket and fuck off. Give me my motherfucking ticket and fuck off. Give me my ticket and fuck off. The way you came up to me and approached me like I was going to be intimidated by some blue line fucking bitch. Give me my fucking ticket.
Yeah, I've seen this before. This is the best.
Yeah, I've seen this too, man. This is great stuff.
I'm not giving you a ticket.
Just give me my shit.
This exceeded the lawful scope of an already questionable unlawful stop. After the
Oh, it's
encounter,
the chief.
I filed a complaint with AFPD days later. The recording of the stop went viral. Shortly after, Officer Kitchen
All these
then
PR
called me and
different
delivered a
classes are
clearly
finally paying
coerced,
off.
Right?
enforced apology.
Hey, Mr. Kitchen, Detective Kitchen, or Mr. Booker, sorry about that.
No, you're
Detective Kitchen here. I was under the assumption that that was an HOV exit only lane, but after the fact, I have found out that that's incorrect. So I do apologize for the initial stop. And also, I shouldn't have
I'm really sorry
told
about
you that I was going to have your window broken by another agency and let myself get amped up. So I apologize as well for letting myself get to that.
Regardless, I accepted it and moved on until I obtained a police report. Keep in mind that the report was written days after the apology. It contains statements that, based on video evidence, are categorically false and directly contradict his own admission in his apology.
So let's take it over here. On May 21st, 2026, shortly after entering the freeway, I saw a dark Jeep in my rear view mirrors that was aggressively switching lanes, following too closely to vehicles in front of him and speeding. Just prior to exit 317, the Jeep entered the HOV lane to exit. I thought the Jeep entered the HOV lane while there was still a double white line, so I initiated a traffic stop. After exiting the freeway, I intended to find my way back to the freeway. I noticed Mr. Booker was now in lane 1, driving extremely slowly, not wanting to re-engage. I turned right into a parking lot to avoid his vehicle. Mr. Booker then crossed across 2 lanes of traffic and turned into the parking lot. I turned back out onto the main road to head back to the freeway. I stopped at a red light, and while waiting, Mr. Booker pulled up next to my vehicle and began yelling at me again while my window was up. There was multiple vehicle space between Mr. Booker and the vehicle in front of him. I rolled down my window. Mr. Booker demanded my name and my badge number. I informed Mr. Booker that our interaction was over. I rolled back up my window and continued to the freeway. In this position, I made a traffic stop on I-15 southbound exit 317 and made contact with the driver, Aaron Booker. I gave Mr. Booker a verbal warning.
Let me remind everyone that Officer Kitchen serves as a school resource officer entrusted with regular access to children as young as 12 to 14. It is indefensible to allow this officer to continue serving as an SRO, retaining someone who is now on the Brady list because he simply can't tell the truth. Retaining him in a position of authority over children amongst the most vulnerable members of the community who have little ability to protect themselves is a gross act of negligence by the city of American Fork. Your inaction.
I mean, his points, I think are valid points, especially considering, remember, this is Officer Kitchen, the same guy who called back up because he got hung up on by somebody and went to their house and started banging on their door at 10:30 of the night, telling him to open the door. And there's like, you have no cause to be here. Leave. Like, we're not opening the door, and continue to harass those people, for like 30 minutes, just banging the door, like 34 minutes. Oh, open the door, blah, blah, whatever. It's like, yo, leave, dude.
Speak volumes. It signals your willingness to tolerate abuse of authority. Since the city refuses to act voluntarily, then outside legal action will force you to change. I will help motivate you with this reality via a civil rights litigation utilizing the same attorney as Mr. Benjamin Snyder and others.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we say, hell yeah.
After delivering that message to the city council, Aaron met with a few of the
Officer
locals,
Kitchen.
one of which is Mr. Hazard, who shared 2 of his own stories involving the American Fork Police Department and their
American Fork,
questionable enforcement
nice.
methods. Aaron then got me in contact with Mr. Hazard so that I could share his experiences with you. The first that we will review today occurred on his own private property, an office space in American Fork. Mr. Hazard witnessed a person parked on his property and asked her to leave. When she refused, he took a picture of her license plate and went back inside. At this point, the woman blocked the entrance of his business with her vehicle and circled the building, taking pictures through the windows, prompting Mr. Hazard to call 911. Several officers of the American Fork Police Department arrived on scene.
How's it going? I'm the one that called this lady parked over here, asked her twice to vacate.
Okay.
She then blocked my...
Do you mind just hanging out in there for just a minute? And then, the other officer's on his way too, so he'll come talk to you.
So walk the entire perimeter, taking pictures all on the inside, invasion of privacy, but I'd like inside.
Okay. Yeah, hang it on there, and then we'll come talk to you.
Unbelievable. I'm literally in town for a training. My husband's on the line because I wasn't sure what to do. I'm in town for a training. I literally went and got Gourmandy's food, and I was like, oh, maybe I can just park here in the shade for a minute. He came out and he asked me, and I probably go, oh, I didn't know it was private property. Happy to move. And the second I said that, he took a picture of my license plate, and I said, hold it. Why are you taking a picture of my license plate? Like, I'm leaving. Like, I didn't know there's no signage here. And he started walking off. I said, can I get your name? And he wouldn't give me his name. So I went up to the door and knocked, and he wouldn't answer. And so, I took some pictures in case, the cops came.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
What the cops say?
He's right here, babe.
Hello. You mind if I come in? No. No? Oh, okay. How can I help you? Did you call us? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. What can we help you with? So she's been trespassing. I told her twice to vacate. She refused. She then blocked my entrance here. Went around the entire perimeter taking pictures. And I'm a little concerned that once she's been warned twice that she refused to leave.
What is this, like a construction company?
She came right.
I don't know.
Because the map says
looks like-
Hazard.
Yeah.
So then that's his last name too. So
I'm guessing that that's his name, Hazard. So maybe it's some kind of construction company, maybe some kind of
yeah,
over
firm
here
or something.
and blocked my entrance. That seems highly unusual.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I would just like her cited for trespassing because she refused to leave.
Okay. How long did she get here? You know, like how long did this happen? Did you speak with her at all? Like what she wanted?
I did. I asked her very politely to leave. She said no.
Did she say what she was doing or anything?
No. And I said that you're trespassing. If you don't leave, I will call the police.
And you don't know her?
No.
I'm so sorry. What are those two?
No, you're totally fine.
By the way, I'm a therapist and I work with first responders.
You're good. You're awesome.
I'm so pumped up.
You're
Possibly.
So yeah, I did take pictures because I was like, I don't know what this guy's up to and why he had my license plate.
Yeah. No, that's totally fine.
I don't understand why she would refuse to leave though when she's been notified that she's trespassing.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to her. I was just trying to find you.
So would you to pause real quick?
And physically block our entrance.
So what's your guys' take so far? Like without, because the cop isn't really saying much. He's getting the story.
Yeah, he's just getting one is getting one side.
I don't know what's going on yet.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on yet. I'm thinking it's probably, at least initially, my initial impression is that it's probably just a misunderstanding, right? Like maybe these guys think like she's up to no good and they asked her to leave and she seems suspicious.
What's weird is that he wants her cited and he's like kind of aggressive with it, but also
I've warned her.
But also it's like your license plate is public, like everybody could see it. So like he asked you to leave. He probably didn't say in the nicest way.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with him. That to me that makes it suspicious. But it's like, if I asked you to leave and I don't know why you're on my property, I'll take a picture of your license plate
just in case, because to protect it. So I'm thinking maybe it's, even if he's being a little bit like pushy about it, there could be a good reason for that. Maybe in the past he's had to deal with trespassers. Maybe his business has been vandalized before, and he's just taking a precaution.
There's a million possibilities. Like with her, it's also she's. To me, it's like you don't really have anything better to do than to be like, okay, now I have to go confront and find a confrontation. It's like knocking on the doors. Like they asked you to leave and they will want you here.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, like with her, right? What she's saying, I think, is completely plausible too. She's lost. She doesn't know the area. She just pulled into this lot because she's like, I don't know where I'm at, so I'm just.
That part is fine. And then like as soon as he asks her to leave, and then he takes a picture of the license plate, she's the one that like wants to go around and like looking through the window and knocking on the door to try to get like information. It's like I get it, but it's like he already asked you to leave.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, again, maybe she's never been in a situation like that before either. Where for her, it's kind of weird. Like, what? It
is
like,
weird.
So it's like, why are you taking a picture of my license plate?
Like, dude, the first time somebody took a picture of my license plate, I was like, chill with it. I just I did was contact an officer. I'm like, just so you know, somebody took a picture of my license plate. Can they find out where I live or my insurance information, anything from that?
I'm assuming he was going to
give me some information.
I'm assuming he was just going to call the cops on her anyway and just give them her license plate.
Yeah. So either way,
what I infer from that.
Yeah, like to me, I feel like it's probably just a misunderstanding of a situation. Like maybe she's not, because she's probably like, that's probably never happened to her before. She's
like I think it was stupid for him to like. It's not threatening, but like, can you just please leave? Like he could have been like, oh hey, like can I help you? And it's like, oh, I'm just a little also. This is private property. You mind just leaving it open because this is my property. He's like, okay, cool, and then just walked away. See her drive off. If she came back, then you take a picture of the license plate. Like I'm not playing devil's advocate on either side. I'm just trying to, like, to your point, it's a miscommunication. I think he screwed up first by just getting butthurt, because like it's he's getting more aggressive. Like it's also weird. I get it's your private property, but like the officer's like, "Can I come in?" And you're already like, "No."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get where
Not
it
a
seems
problem.
like a little bit
All that,
standoffish.
like,
yeah. I can see where it comes off as a little bit like he comes off as a little bit standoffish because he's like, he's like, leave, and then it's like, no, you can't come into my business. So he seems a little standoffish. But again, there could be a good reason why he is. I guess.
Well, like but regardless, like so far, neither of them did anything. Egregious.
Yeah.
It's just like two people doing that don't understand communication.
Yeah.
Mainly, obviously, he was kind of
he was more the
he was the one that started it.
Aggressor.
Yeah.
He was probably a little bit more the aggressor.
Yeah.
Well, he's the caller for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Let's see what we figure out. What's actually going on here.
It was a little unusual. Was she just trying to get in, or I just don't understand what she came to every window taking pictures.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
So she was here from.
Yeah, we've heard that one before.
About a quarter.
I just wonder if it's.
I'm sure he has footage of it, right?
So
he has footage of that, right?
Do you have?
Because he's taking photos of the car and shit. He might be taking photos of her taking photos, right?
Like sometime,
yeah. Hold on. I think he just said.
So 35 minutes.
So wait, hold on. Let me see what he says here.
So she was here from about a quarter till now. Okay. So 35 minutes. Okay. Did you give dispatch your info? Mm-hmm. So let's put you on as a complainant. Do you have a license on you? Yeah.
Okay, so he's being cooperative now.
Is there any way you
too.
could ask him to delete my information on it? He doesn't need a picture of my plates.
Yeah. The officer that's
why I stopped, by the way. If he would have just asked me to leave and he was even aggressive about it, I would have left. Taking a picture of my plates. He doesn't need a picture of my plates.
But also, it's like, if you're that worried, you usually would have a surveillance that could capture people's plates.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too. So this is where I think she's all right now. I think that's a little bit like. So she's like, I would have left, but he took pictures of my plates. All right, now it's kind of like getting into. Again, you gotta understand if he's saying it's private property, and what I'm saying, he's asked you to leave more than once. You might want to consider, okay, the reason why he's taking your, pictures of your plate again is because he had to tell you more than once to go.
Well, now, John, she's going around his business taking photos of the inside and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's not that she was just sitting there. So what is it? Which is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So now we're getting a little bit more coming out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it seems. That's what it's starting to seem like a little bit now.
I work with trafficking. I work with all sorts of things. So I'm like, no, you don't need it. Just take it off your phone. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So we're putting up signs here this next week. Most people, are very good about, once I let them know that this is private property and trespassing.
Did he say they're going to put up signs next week?
One in 2.5 years that I have politely come out and asked that has absolutely refused, and then created an obstacle for me to conduct business. What is it? Is this a well?
Okay, hold on.
Once I let them know that this is private property and trespassing, to go very quickly, she's been the only one in 2.5 years that I have politely come out and asked that has absolutely refused, and then created an obstacle for me to conduct business. What is it? Is this a Wells Fargo still? This isn't. This hasn't been a Wells Fargo. That's what I think. So. Yeah. So it's just a private office. Just your private office. Okay. Yeah, it's actually for sale. Oh, okay. It's under contract to be car wash someday. Gotcha.
Could you imagine if he's squatting there? That'd be fucked.
Doing everything. Okay. But we'll speak.
That's why they can't go in.
Do you want us just to knock and talk to you, or how do you want us to get in contact? Yeah, just knock and I'll come outside. Okay. Just on this door. Yep. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
The only reason I'm still here is because he was taking a picture of my license plate. I asked him not to. I said, "Why are you doing that? You need to remove it." And then I asked his name, and he wouldn't give me his name. And then I knocked in her to just talk to him.
So has the officer asked her if she's taking pictures yet?
Well, remember,
I don't think so.
You know, that's what he's claiming. But yeah, no,
because so far it's just a claim. Like I don't think she
Yeah.
confirmed that she took pictures.
No, she hasn't. But she has now said that the reason, you know, you don't need to have that, like, you know, and that's why she's not
Yeah.
leaving. It's just like, all right, well, that's seems like a good free. Because the thing is, this it's just like you're saying he doesn't need to have that. But the thing is, if you haven't done anything, I can understand people feeling like their license plate, that's my private information. They want to protect it and stuff like that, but not really. I mean, it's out there for anybody to see. And the truth of the matter is, again, if you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be worried about somebody really.
Well, I get the paranoia of like maybe it's somebody like targeted you for nefarious reasons. They could use your license plate to
maybe
get information, to go to your home, to go to you know, for whatever reason. So I understand that, but at the same time, it's like you're still driving around it. So like informing the police that like, hey, somebody took a picture of my license plate. Is there something I should be worried about? Is that common? You know, asking questions. Then
well, it's when he took it too. We don't know if he even introduced himself before he took it. We don't know if that was her first interaction with him. We don't know if he was warned prior. You know. Like, or after. It could have been he could have took the picture, then warned her to get the fuck off my property, hippity hoppity, get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a very
hippity hoppity,
colorful,
silly goose.
That'd be a very colorful way for him to tell her to fuck off. Yeah.
I would like to know the current status of this situation, though. Or
they're talking to you, fool.
I don't know. I'm not the one in charge of it. That's our sergeant right there. The sergeant was speaking with her directly.
And I have everything on video with her, circling the parameter, and then of course blocking, and then her time over there. My exchange with her that was polite. So all of which.
Did she say like what her goal was being here? I don't.
Well, she just refused to leave. Okay. All right.
Forget it. Yeah,
well,
that is.
My sergeant, and then we'll let you know in just a second. Okay. All
right. How long you been with the force?
About 5 years.
Okay, then you're familiar with the fact that we, had a child death over here.
Yes.
We also had a hit and run.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Yes.
I removed that ATM machine because there were too many little side deals going on here.
Yeah.
I kept people having sex over here once in a while. So.
Oh God.
I used to steal them over here too.
Where's his office at?
Yeah.
Probably Orem or American
Fork. A variety of things, and tried my best to keep us a very secure scenario, very quiet.
I mean, is it like on the Skid Row part of town? Jeez,
dude, it's like Utah's wild. Like there's the reason, one of the reasons why it's called like a Mormon state. It isn't just like the churches over there. It's because there's like some of the Mormon parts, those are like the nicer parts, and then like the ones where like there's like no Catholic church. And when they say Mormon, they usually mean just like very religious, because there's Catholic churches, Protestant, whatever. Once you start seeing no more churches really being around your area, you should probably leave.
That's freaking wild, man.
Like, people like, dude, I've caught as a teenager, just caught people having sex in the middle of the day in the car, and it's
I mean, it happens. It can happen anywhere, right? But it's
it's just, no, but like it's like middle of the day, like broad daylight. It's not dark out. They don't have a dark car, no tint.
They ain't got shit to
do.
Like
really. Freaking penetrating, dude. Like it's.
They don't have anything to do.
At my high school, I looked at my math class. A cop was going up to this car that was Ricky Rockety, right? And then he opens the back door, and the girl just falls out, tits and all. Falls out. Jeez. And the guy's like trying to like get himself, and he's falling out. He's like,
oh geez,
butt naked, and then he's like, get dressed, and then everybody's like, oh damn, they got caught. And I'm like, yeah, dude, they're banging in front of the school.
Yeah, they were asking for it, right?
Like we could see them from our class. What are you talking about? They got caught.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't plan that out too well. Yeah, it sounds like
people suck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he.
No, so like he's kind of like not justified, but like he's paranoid. Like dude.
No, and that's what I was wondering before too. Is if that's why, because so obviously it's not a good area, so he's probably like, I gotta be careful because people are always up to no good around here. So
yeah,
so he seems pretty justified in his actions so far.
Parks and sits in a hidden away corner, and then of course refuses to leave. But her aggressive behavior afterwards is even more disconcerting.
It's your property.
Yeah, but to block an entrance, which she's been kindly asked to leave, and I asked her at least twice. But all of this I have under video surveillance.
Okay. Yeah, we might want to review that too, just to verify.
So he claims he could back his stuff up. So
he says he has video
as
surveillance. So that's good.
arrives on scene, and while on the outside he looks like a little guy, I assure you, he has a very big ego.
I'm a little guy. My hands are little, and my feet are too small.
Nice.
My shoulders slope down. I'm a little guy. I'm a full-grown man. I'm just a little smaller.
Upon his arrival, he speaks to the other officers for about 8 minutes, but with muted microphones, until eventually he and 2 others approach the woman.
What was your name, ma'am?
Corey Lynn.
Corey Lynn?
Yeah, Bartley.
Bartley. Okay, you go by Corey Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I'm sorry that you ran into one of American Fork's greatest a-holes.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not going to make you stay here any longer.
Okay.
So just go enjoy your day. Don't expect anything to come from this.
Oh, dude, what's going to happen?
Sorry, that was such a waste of my time.
Oh, it's not.
I was literally trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry that Chance put you here. So
And you guys are amazing. Like, I'm literally, I'm down the
What?
street doing, I'm a therapist, and I'm a trauma
I thought they were
specialist, and I
reviewing the
work with
footage.
first responders all the time, and I'm like, wow, this is like really ironic.
I like how this guy apparently he already figured it out. He's like, sorry you had to deal with his a-hole. You know,
That's why I'm very confused.
What? It's like you haven't even talked to him yet, homeboy. Like,
Are
what
they
you
even
talking about?
corroborating with each other?
Like
or is
they
this
didn't even
different
ask
things?
her if like, hey, like, do you have photos? Were you taking photos?
Yeah.
So far, I didn't see any of that. It's like,
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. It's just
why
like,
is he the a-hole? Like, I want to hear that conversation. Like, why is he
Yeah.
the like? Yeah, he's aggressive. He's very serious. He doesn't.
But he
doesn't
just
seem
ex-
like it's a dude I want to be a friend with. But he's just
No, but-
like stating like a text message. Like, this is the facts. That's it.
No, but that's the thing. He explained to the other officer why. He's like, hey, look, well, this is why. You know, we had to get rid of this ATM machine because there was drug deals going on here. There's people that park here and they have relations. A little girl, unfortunately, was passed away over here because of a hit and run incident. It's a bad area. He's basically laying it out for the officer, like why, like, hey, look, I'm just trying to protect my business, man. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff that goes on around here.
The
Is he gonna let her
more
go?
the more that I
And then they're gonna
see,
find out she's crazy.
dude, well, like, she's also kind of like, yeah, she did stupid things, but she's not at fault for like the American Fork Police Department just letting her go.
Yeah.
You know, she's just like, oh, okay, so I was right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
you,
not.
You, the law, is telling me I'm right. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
Eat my
exactly.
ego. You know.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not upset with her because she's being kind of, enabled in a sense, by them, right? Her behavior a little bit, or she's being, or not so much enabled. They're validating what she experienced. You know what I'm saying?
And and what's dangerous about it, if she does this behavior again with somebody who's a little bit more trigger happy,
yeah,
because I tell my wife this all the time. I don't care how many people disrespect you. You don't know what's going on in their head. You have to really assess when
Sometimes
it's time to stand up for yourself.
And
Like if it's at work, your boss or something, make sure you stand up for yourself, but never be alone with that person ever again. Yeah. But at the same time, you also got to make sure you never get off work walking alone to the parking lot. Because, dude, regular people shoot up people every day.
Yeah. Well,
everybody was a regular person at one point until they got a gun.
You got to pick your spots because, there's a time to stand up and there's a time to walk away, right? There's a time to stand up. There's a time to walk away. So you just got to know. You just got to use your discernment as best you can. But that's the thing. Like, so far, like, I don't like the way that this officer's like, oh, yeah, sorry, you had to deal with an asshole. Well, it is. What are you talking about, dude? You haven't even talked to him yet, dude.
What's crazy is, like, the more I see American Fork Police Department, the less I think it's corruption, and the more it's like they're all full-blown retarded. Yeah. It's like they're not even smart enough to be corrupt. Yeah. They just ignore the law and do a bunch of stupid things that they think is cool.
Well, poorly trained and very inept, right?
Yeah.
And inept. So
I feel traumatized by this. Like, I've never had anything like that happen. It's like, dude, he was really aggressive.
Well, if everything goes according to plan, I will traumatize him for you, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
He doesn't need, what I was telling Officer Christensen is, like, if he would have just, like.
So again, why would you even say that, like, joking around?
You can't joke like that as an officer.
Yeah, like why would you even say that?
Oh, I'll do this.
Joking
I'll
around.
traumatize him for you. That's crazy.
No, I don't want to traumatize him for you. It's just like such a dummy, man.
Erased my stuff off his phone. Like, I work with so many victims of violence and so many like traffic
Wait, what?
people.
Whoa, what the what?
So the reason I parked here, by the way, is I was parked over there. I parked here just to knock on the door, and I was knocking on the door, and he's just standing there, and I just wanted to talk to him, see if I could.
Wait. That story's changed now.
Yeah.
She said that she parked there so that she could eat because she's fat. And,
Yeah. Well, remember,
remember
initially, that she had gotten some food, but she didn't know.
Or is she misspeaking, saying like the reason she stopped there is because she's waiting to talk to him?
So hold on,
she could be misspeaking, but like you gotta freaking choose your words carefully.
Did this dude send her off? Did this dude send her off, and then she just decided to be like, by the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she keeps talking. He's like, you could leave.
Yeah.
He's like, you could leave. By the way, I did actually approach the thing, and I did bang on the window.
Yes. So look, remember initially she said the reason she was there was because she had gotten some food, but she doesn't know the area well, so she was trying to get directions to a certain place. So now her story has changed at least 3 times. At least.
Yeah. And in this guys, they're not validating both, they're only validating her. They listen to the other guy and it's like, okay, yeah, we'll let you know, and we'll
they
probably
already
look at that
dismissed
video
her.
footage, and that's it.
That's the craziest part to me. They're like, you can go, and she's like, I did it. Well, you know what I mean? I fucking did it, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, she's lonely. She wants somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Down because
Will
I'm a
you be my
therapist.
friend, officer?
Like,
yeah.
Want to be my friend? You want to play Legos and choo-choo trains?
Yes, I call it
like,
choo-choo,
hey.
but you could call it choo-choo train.
With you, officer, it'll be a train. Big old choo-choo train.
Lucy got dice.
You say train, I say choo-choo.
This is wild, man.
Oh shit!
All right, Lucy.
What's that about? Like, I'm really leaving, but I don't really feel comfortable with you having my license plate on your phone.
Despite the fact that the woman was obviously
confused.
trespassing,
She's confusing
had
the
been
fuck out of me.
warned multiple times, and still failed to leave. The officers refused to cite her.
Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, of course.
Why? No, she said she approached the establishment.
Maybe
So
talk to
sorry.
some of your coworkers.
Hey, you guys recognize this guy? Remember, he was one of the guys that stopped Dickless Ben.
Oh, Dickless Ben. I was like, who? I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
I
love
think
him.
still the most wild
It is.
video we saw is like Dickless Ben just being like, by the way,
Hey, you
here's
better not
everything you
ruin
should
that
know.
fight. Don't ruin that fight, man. I'm gonna watch it once the stream is over, man. So don't say any more. Don't say any more. Yeah, Makachev is fighting Ian Gary tonight.
I know I'm gonna go get therapy. I'm
Perfect.
serious.
Perfect. Hello. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize you were coming out. Oh, that's all right. How can I help you? Okay, so you came out to talk to a lady.
Look at this guy, bro.
Okay.
Oh my God, he is tiny. Look at that.
Oompa
Look at that, bro.
loompa doopity-doo.
Yeah, you could probably put him in his pocket, bro. Look at that.
Have you
You
already
go put him back in the
identified
chocolate
the
factory, man.
officer? Yeah, talk to you. And okay, so you came out to talk to a lady in the car, right? Yes. Okay. Have you already identified to that officer? Yes. Talk to you. And on dispatch. Okay. All right. So I think kind of what happened here is it's a little difficult to tell where a property starts and stops, or
Yeah, I have signage going in on Wednesday next week, but my concern was when she, when I came out the front door and addressed the issue with her and just told her very nicely and politely, I said, can I help you? That's how I open up every conversation. And I don't do this with the entire parking lot, but, let her know, hey, you're trespassing. She just goes, I'm going to just hang out here for a while and eat lunch. And I said, I just need you to leave in the next few minutes. So, and then she said, I refuse. And then when I walked back, she started yelling at me, and then she got out of her car. She blocked my entrance and started taking pictures all throughout the perimeter, and that seems like an unusual, perhaps citable offense, especially when she was asked twice to leave.
well, we're not going to cite her.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to do anything like that. If, to be honest with you, based on the conversations that were had and speaking with people, you almost got cited for
What the fuck? What the fuck for? What?
And
I'm so confused.
What
What?
people? There's two
Wait,
people.
what? Why the fuck? Why the fuck would he almost get cited? It's his, what? What is
Obstruction,
this?
John.
What is this little freaking goblin talking
Keep
about,
playing.
bro?
Keep playing. Let's see what he says.
Aggressive towards her.
Okay, I can show you the video. Okay, but there was no verbal aggression. So, what would you like me to do if somebody's here? And because I catch people doing deals, having sex over here. So, what would you like me to do?
Kind of like Relic was saying.
Well, those sound like real crimes. Maybe contact the police for those.
Okay, well, I am not allowed on my own property to politely ask.
Oh, nobody said that. Yeah, nobody said that.
Okay, where do you see me being disorderly? Just curious.
I'm confused.
Just the way that the conversation
What the fuck is happening?
happened, where it was yelling at her, telling her to leave. That this is.
I don't yell.
What?
Yeah, I don't yell.
Well, regardless, okay.
He said he had the
You have to
footage
conduct
though.
yourself in a
Regardless.
professional, polite manner, even standing in your own front yard screaming at people. You can be
I
silent.
don't scream. So I always say, how can I help you?
Right.
But there was screaming, and it was done by her.
Okay.
So, my concern is, should I not, reach out to you anymore as a department to help facilitate this situation over here? Like I shared with the other officer, there's been 2 deaths on this site. So there's, things that happen sometimes. But this little nook over here in that corner seems to be, whenever somebody wants to be clandestine and do something wrong, I find them, like I told you, doing drug deals, doing sex. I'm a former school teacher and principal, so I'm not the kind of guy that's just coming over here to cause problems.
Okay.
So I have a very even demeanor.
Okay, so it seems like, given your experience in history, that you should know that those are more serious offenses that would warrant contacting the police for, right? So
Look at this little bitch ass retarded goblin trying to lecture this man. About
it sounds like Ammon was like, well, it sounds like you don't understand how this works. Let me explain it to you.
Yeah, that's kind of what it does sound like.
Yeah, bro. It's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Why is he involved? Is he in charge? Why is he talking?
I don't know why. Yeah.
Why didn't the other officer come back and be like, yo, so this is
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, why did they even send the lady off? And then she's gonna be like, I did actually do all that. And then, all right, well, toodles. That doesn't make no sense.
It's like
and what do you have against this guy? What? I think that conversation with all the cops is probably the most important part, where everybody was quiet.
Yeah,
like it was like the sound was up.
This is crazy to me, man. And the thing is, again, look, what and I agree with what CMAT is saying here, right? Like, all he should have done was tell him, put up signs, right, for the future and stuff like that. But why are you lecturing this man about, like, oh, you need to report actual crimes and stuff like that? It's like, dude, he told you why he has concerns. You know what I mean? And that it is private property. It's just, and he asked her to leave. She didn't leave.
Well, what would they said that he almost got cited, but they didn't say with what. So that's what I want to know.
Or for what, right? Like, what did he do?
That's what I want to know.
Crazy.
Obstruction.
Thank you so much, Rose, for the 2. Damn it. An update. We're not gonna be able to cover it tonight, Rose. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to wait till the next stream to go over it. But
I'll know until I approach.
I'll look it over though. I'll look it over tonight.
I would just call before.
Yeah,
just call before and let us come over.
Call before people are having sex.
Scenario, it could waste a lot of police resources.
Hey, yeah,
these guys look like they're about to have sex.
Yeah, they look. Look, I think they're about to have intercourse on my property. I'm not sure, but it looks.
But it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Well, once you get
that makes even less sense, right? If you think so, call before. What?
What were they going to cite him with?
Like I don't see what he did wrong by calling. It's like, again, it's not like he asked her.
People have called for
more
less.
than once.
Like,
yeah, of course, yeah, but he asked her more than once to go, and she didn't. And he says he's got proof that backs up his claim that she was there for at least 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So it's kind of like, he asked her once, he asked her twice. Like, you got to go. She didn't go. She didn't block, the entrance into his business. It's just like, okay, Like, what else could he do, right? Obviously, he's not going to get into it with her, you know?
A lot of that's going to go away. But going and confronting somebody, it's never a good thing.
What?
Even if
you fuck off. What? Going to confront... Like, look, I understand if the confrontation was actually like, and again, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's telling the truth because he's like, look, I got the evidence, right? So I'm sure he's going to back it up, right? But all right, if we're to believe his side of it, he's like, look, I just told her to kindly leave or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, so if that's true and he can back that up that it's true, it's just like, he didn't go out there and be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. The fuck you doing here? Get the fuck out. You know? It's, oh my gosh, bro.
Legitimate purpose.
But that's the other thing too, right? All right. You can't ask them to kindly leave, right? What, so I guess just call you guys and then you guys you end up coming out for nothing? What if she ends up, you know what I mean? Like what? This doesn't make any sense, man.
You know, they're on your property. It's always better just to call us and let us come deal with it rather than end up in a situation or deal with somebody that you don't want to end up dealing with, you know, find somebody that is doing something wrong and they don't want to get caught.
It's not safe for you.
It's not safe. So
it doesn't sound to me like he was needlessly trying to escalate it though. I think he realized, okay, I don't want to escalate it past this point, and that's why he called the police.
Well, it's just not making sense. It's like, like all your solutions also don't make sense.
No, not at all. It's
what
just
are you
like,
gonna do? Call the police?
Yeah.
And I did though. I did call the police.
The police are the problem.
Yeah. This is
until I come over there. When they're right here, I don't bother this situation. But when they're over there in the
maybe if you're like under 5'5", you shouldn't be a police officer.
Generally, somebody's doing something where they want to be
IQ tests for everybody.
And what he's saying here, right? Again, if what he's saying is true, that makes sense. It's just like, look, when you're off to the side, the shady area where people have done shady stuff, and there's a history of shady stuff happening there, I can understand the concern of being of him being more concerned about the situation.
Yeah.
But listen, there's always shady stuff going on there, so I just want to make sure this is not another one of those situations, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we'd like to know.
Was it you that put the pylons, the posts? Was it too many people coming through, or?
So I removed the ATM that was there. There was 150 people a day come into that, and then people would cross over here that were strangers, and you know, to turn left, and so it was a lot of random traffic that brought a lot of just strange people to the facility. So
what is it that you guys do here?
It's just a private office, but you know,
so it's not even like a banking.
No, it's under contract with the city for a special purpose car wash. It's been under contract for over a year. So it's just
oh my god, I fucking can't do this shit.
There's a large car wash company in the state of Utah that's under contract to buy it, and they're just working with the city on.
So you're gonna be selling it?
It's already sold. Yeah.
Oh. So
they're just waiting to get their ducks in a row.
Okay. Well, is there anything else we can do for you?
No, I'm just a little concerned with.
You ain't done shit for me anyways. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Leave. You know, just leave, bro.
The retort that I almost got.
This is going to end with them arresting him, isn't it? I swear.
Video surveillance. So someone, you know, blocking the entrance and then doing a perimeter walk after being, you know, set to left. This is not a parking space, obviously.
All right, sir, put your hands behind your back.
Seem to be a citable offense.
You're done.
To you?
No. Nope. Especially because this is private property, we can't enforce parking.
Dude, why the fuck? Why the fuck did you tell him that then, retard? Why did you tell him that? Oh god, these guys, these cops, man, they're so fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah.
That's clearly clearly marked.
Well, it has to have the post as well. Yeah.
A post and sign on the ground. So if it's got a post and the paint on the ground, we can enforce handicap parking, but that's the only parking offense that we can enforce on private property.
We'll return to this interaction in just a moment, but now would be a good time to segue into the second interaction Mr. Hazard had with Officer Goodale. 1 month after the trespassing interaction, Mr. Hazard approached Officer Goodale to speak to him about parking in a handicap spot at the courthouse.
What's up? So I talked to you the other day. I'm over at the bank building. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, what's the... I don't understand why there's just... And I talked to you 2 years ago, too, on State Street. How come... I have 2 disabled kids. Why, when there's no emergency situation, do you guys arbitrarily use this parking spot? It's meant for the handicapped and the disabled.
Okay. I understand.
Oh, this is his revenge. He's just like,
yeah.
This is his revenge. He's like, this is my moment. Come here, you little fucking goblin. I got your ass now.
Understand that, but this is in the secured police parking area, and the public isn't to park over here anyway. We can't enforce parking on private property unless it's a handicap spot.
So it's only been secure for about 3 or 4 months. I've been taking documented video for about 2 years.
From your building over there?
No, just coming by every day, which really doesn't matter.
Oh, this was his revenge, man.
Dude, he's been on it.
He's been planning this shit.
Like, this isn't like just like, oh, I saw this, now I gotta get him. He's like, no, I've been watching you idiots.
Bro,
hell yeah.
This is so funny. He's like, you know what? Fuck with me. Okay.
Well, it's like nobody really comes over here and is like, so we use it like when we can. It's not all the time. It's like, actually, here you go. It is all the time. I got like 1,000 videos.
Bro, he's like, I'll remember you, you retarded ass little midget. I got you.
Kind of hard to forget.
Bro.
If I saw a cop that short, I'd be like, dude, seriously, like, enough with the jokes. Go get some real cops.
This is funny, man. This is like he was waiting for his moment. He's like, I'm gonna get these fuckers now. I'm gonna get them now.
I'm just wondering, so you feel like you're entitled even though there's a non-emergency situation?
Okay. It's not entitlement, okay? It's the fact that this is private property. Okay?
It's not. It belongs to the city. It belongs to the taxpayers.
Well, the city owns it. The city owns this property.
So
Okay,
just drive away.
It's reserved
Just drive
for
away.
disabled only, but I don't understand why you feel like you take the place of disabled and the most
Do you know
challenged.
if I'm disabled, or you're assuming I'm not?
So if you're disabled, is that you would normally have something hanging from your mirror, right?
Maybe.
So, actually, I do believe you're disabled. You're mentally retarded.
That's
but
what
you
I
still
was
need a
thinking, bro.
sticker.
I was like, that would have been the greatest. He's like, well, are you retarded? If you would have asked him that, bro.
Are
I
you on
would've-
the spectrum?
Oh my gosh, bro.
Is this like some sort of special program for you? Is that why? Is that why you did all
man.
this?
I feel the thing about this is I feel like he was just waiting for this moment, man. Like he was just
He's been doing it for
This is
like
revenge.
2 years. He's like,
yeah,
I'm
bro.
gonna
He
watch
was
this
just
guy
documenting.
close.
He was like, this is my revenge, man.
But you would be assuming that I was not disabled.
Are
Is
you
that
telling me
correct?
that you are?
I don't have to tell you if I am.
Yeah, you have
You're
to
in
let
the
the
disabled,
city know.
you do.
Look at his
Yeah.
smile. He's like, are you? Because I know exactly what he's thinking. Are you telling me that you are? Wait a minute. Are you retarded? Oh, bro. Look at his little smirk. Look at his little smirk right here.
Man is playing chess.
Yeah, bro. He's having fun with this, man.
I'm just asking.
Look at his face.
I'm really puzzled that you wouldn't want to share that with me, because I'm a concerned citizen wondering why. Because you're not the only one that parks here,
right?
And you do have somebody here that is using a handicap placard. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, this
so
is
why
great.
would you take the place when you have one of your own fellow staff members?
They're not in on Friday.
I'm just curious.
Well, I just answered.
Oh, he's done his homework. He knows there's another person that works here that's disabled, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Man.
This guy was playing the long game, bro. He absolutely was playing the long game, bro. Look at this. He did his research, man. He's like, wow.
Not in on Friday.
What if they had to come in?
There are multiple other places. This really seems like a concern that you shouldn't have.
It's something I'm bringing up with the mayor. I'll be there at the city council meeting. But I am concerned that, that the American Fork Police Department and certain members do not feel that the certain laws don't apply to them. And so, and
my
the fact that
man.
you don't want to share with me that either you're
I love how
disabled or
he's
not,
calm and he's choosing his words carefully. It's
My
like,
man.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, bro. He's relishing in this, man. This is great.
No.
Required to?
I just think you'd want to have an honest conversation with me. Would you not want to have an honest conversation?
Here's the issue with you. You're confrontational. You look for
I didn't do
problems.
anything wrong.
Look
Why are you
for
acting like this? I love that attitude. I love it.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not.
Dude.
I'm not.
I have
I'm just
special
reporting
needs
on it.
children.
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, and it's like, wouldn't you want? It's like, and you look for trouble, and it's like, wouldn't you want your citizens to look for the trouble so that I could point it out to you?
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
he's just-
found you, and I'm pointing it out to you.
He's holding him accountable, bro. I love
Yeah.
it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I, again, people can look at it. It seems like it could be a little bit petty, sure, but at the same time, remember this little dickhead, the way he was talking to him before. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't blame him, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And I looked to protect them, and they are disabled. We have handicap placards, and I've actually parked here before in the past.
Okay.
So I just didn't know.
Are you trying to park here right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I just was curious to know why you're parking here, and if you could just give me a valid reason why you think it's okay. So your valid reason is?
Sorry, you're asking me for my valid reason?
What's your valid? It's a non-emergency situation. So what's the reason?
The reason for parking there.
Yeah. What is your reason?
Oh, I love this. Because I'm allowed to.
Just fucking drive away.
That disabled employee that you may be talking about doesn't park there on Fridays, so it is not a hindrance or issue for that. That is not a public access to the courthouse. That spot
That doesn't
should
mean
have
anything.
made a handicap spot in the first place.
Okay, but it is.
That doesn't. It doesn't mean anything.
And the city placed it there. So you're saying that it doesn't apply to you because the city put it there, but you're allowed to no matter what because you make your own decisions.
Those are your words. Sir.
No, you
Not
just
mine.
said that the city shouldn't have made it.
He did just say that.
handicap spot.
That is true. They should
Yep.
He said my coworker isn't here, so I can park there.
Yep. Basically. Yep.
You just said those words. I'm trying to ask you why you feel that way.
It's okay.
Well, why do you feel that way?
Is your only concern the parking in a handicap spot?
My concern is
that your
You already said
here
it.
to protect and serve. The disabled and handicapped in this community are people that can't protect themselves.
Right.
So for some reason, and I'm not the only one that feels this way. I have a child that has attended a special needs school just down the street at Greenwood Elementary. Okay, that is handicapped. Okay, so when me and other parents drive by here and we see those that are supposed to protect and serve, especially the most needy, park here in a non-emergency situation, it's unfortunate.
So you're offended that my car is there?
I just think that you feel like you're above the law.
I just think you're not handicapped.
So why is that?
Because the laws apply to everybody. That's why I'm not above.
Yeah. So why are you parking there?
Stupid. Drive away.
Got him.
Park here.
Officer Goodale's gaslighting about the
Good
parking
'em.
space,
Good 'em.
nobody being above the law, and him being allowed to park there, while nobody else is, would be truly hilarious if Officer Goodale were intelligent enough to understand the irony. However, it appears the officer is simply stupid and doesn't understand at all that he just said that the laws apply to everybody except him.
I think at this point, seriously, you need to be done. Okay.
Oh, I'm all done. I just wanted to ask your
need-
opinion.
no, it's okay. You need to leave and not return.
Yeah, I won't. I just wanted
Listen,
to ask you. I'm glad that you were able
It's
to
okay.
explain your point.
Right now, you need to leave and not return. Your return here will result in you being charged.
Never return.
So me
Fucking
making an
asshole.
inquiry on this is a threat for.
I never said that. I never said that. What I'm saying What I'm saying is that I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to talk to you. I'm not out here.
No,
to
you're
be
not. You don't seem very happy.
Oh, I'm not being confrontational
Sir,
or aggressive.
every single time we deal with you, you are confrontational.
I only talked to you once.
That's not true.
I only talked to you one time.
That is not true.
When is the other time?
I have dealt with you multiple times.
I've dealt with you one time on the main street and asking you about this very situation.
Correct.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I have it on video. You yelled and screamed at me.
I did not yell and scream.
I have it on video.
Okay. Have a good day, sir. Please leave the property.
I will. Thank you.
Mr. Hazard leaves, but we'll return to that in a moment.
Wow.
For now,
This
we'll
is
return
great.
to the trespassing call.
So her parking in front of here, truthfully,
This is
not
great.
Wow.
Yep.
So just out of curiosity, you guys put up a lot of no trespassing signs on your, back perimeter there for, how is that, how can nobody be cited then too if they just walk by?
Oh
What
boy.
do you mean nobody be cited?
Well, you have a sign up there that says trespassing, violators will be, and it's city property. I don't know how you guys do that, but just curious. So nobody would be cited if they walk through that parking lot?
Well, you're subject for the police to stop and talk to you because you are trespassing.
Okay.
You are trespassing when you cross through signs onto private property that tells you that it's not open to the public and the public enters it. You are a trespasser.
Okay.
For somebody to be charged with trespassing, you have to show that they knew or reasonably should have known that they weren't allowed there.
Okay.
And
But
because
she
of this facility,
said that he told
These
me
guys
to
are so
leave,
dumb.
but then when
They're
he took
so
the
freaking
picture,
dumb.
I didn't leave.
He informed her that she was on private property. More than one thing. So he's these guys are, oh my God, man. Just completely, this is
the way it is it's, just the same as any other business. It's private property, but it's public access.
While what the officer said is true generally, all of them are ignoring the fact that the woman was trespassing. The
Yes.
property is private, but under 766206, a person commits criminal trespass if the person enters or remains unlawfully
Hey guys,
on
I do gotta
after
go.
personal communication
All right, brother.
to
All right.
the
Thank you for
person
joining us.
by the
Have a good
owner
night.
or
Have a
someone
good night,
with
brother.
apparent
See you
We'll
authority.
talk
guys. See
later.
you, chat.
The officers
Peace out,
understand that
guys.
the woman was told to leave
Peace, brother.
twice, that she refused twice, and subsequently blocked the front entrance of the business with her vehicle, exited the vehicle, circled the building, and took pictures through the window. However, now it appears that they have a personal vendetta against Mr. Hazard. So, whether they refuse to charge the woman because she was a therapist for first responders, or because of a personal vendetta against Mr. Hazard, or both, you will have to decide for yourself.
So Walmart.
when you have the little short guy telling the lady, or you're just dealing with an asshole, so whatever, I'm saying, there was already well poisoning. You know what I mean? So it's like there was already an expectation that these dudes weren't going to do anything at that point. You know what I mean? Even though when he dealt with the other officer, he was being cool, calm, collected in the way he was explaining stuff, and then told him, hey, this is the reasons why. This is crazy, man.
Parking lot is all private property, but it's common to have public access. So to go charge somebody for trespassing for parking in Walmart's parking lot is not going to happen because there's normally public access. And because this looks
Even
like
if Walmart's gone out and asked them to leave?
it would have to be pretty egregious, beyond what even today was.
That's despite
now
fucking point.
You give the example of the police department where there's signage, no beyond this point, no. You start doing that
from every direction
and making it, then it's hard to argue that person wouldn't have reasonably known that they shouldn't be there. Like when you put a fence up, somebody's on the other side of the fence. A fence is pretty common knowledge that you shouldn't be on the other side of it. And so that makes trespassing charges easier to
This is so dumb.
enforce and whatnot. But because this is, and especially where it still looks like a bank, it just looks,
and the lot's shared with a business.
it's shared with other. It's harder to say that it's not public access or reasonable. And so,
But none of that matters because it is private property, regardless. The fact is, it's still private property. Yeah, and he asked her to leave, and she didn't leave. Like, this is so freaking dumb, man. This is so dumb. Like, we're gonna have to finish this one on the next stream though, because there's still how much more time? Well, 7 minutes. You want to just get through it, or
just play it?
Yeah, we'll just all right. We'll get through it real quick. It's 7 minutes. I thought it was longer, but I guess not. We can.
In her case, she's here for other business in town. Stops to grab food. Looks for a shady spot to sit in her car while she eats her lunch. She's literally pulling out of Gormandy's over here. Oh, hey, there's a shady spot. Pulls around, backs in. It just looks like a public access parking lot. But like I say, once you get...
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean just because she wants to sit down and eat that she's entitled to eat there, just because, she's eating her lunch. I guess she could, she's entitled to eat. No.
I don't know where that story came from.
Well, that's what she said initially. She did say that initially. That's one of, again, before her story changed a few times, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I would be...
signs will be up next week.
I would be generous in your signage, meaning the more the merrier.
It's going to go right in the middle of each one. So each, 4 squares is going to have a center one with arrows on each side. So, and then we're going to put 8 of them along the fence line here. So
that's the thing. And so
if you're selling it, why are you doing that?
Because it's a long process, but to tell you the truth, and I asked one of the officers that first arrived how long they had been on the force. There's been 2 deaths on this facility.
Yeah.
Okay. So is Officer Lunt still with the department? So, they inquired, and I shared video footage when that child, met his death, and very unfortunate incident. And, one of the other reasons why I pulled that ATM is those children would come out and play, and I didn't like the traffic among special needs children. So, but yeah, it's heavily surveyed here, and I guess I got a learning lesson today for how the American Fork Police Department will respond to this. But hopefully, with the signage out, what would you encourage me to do when I find somebody that will not leave after their signage out?
Contact us.
Okay.
Just say, hey, I have no trespassing signs all over the property. There's a car sitting back here in the parking lot. Don't even go out there. Don't provoke it. Don't go see what they're doing. Let us take care of that. Because we're going to go out there, we are going to conduct things on a documented, professional level.
Well, if everything goes according to plan,
totally.
I will place him for you, okay?
Thank you.
Well, here's the deal. I'm sorry that you ran into one of American Fork's greatest a-holes.
Yeah.
And should that person choose to escalate situations, the police department, who has the authority to cite and charge for offenses, are right there present, observing the crimes, and things will be done. But when we have a he said, she said, and he's being super aggressive, he's in my face, yelling, he's taking pictures. I'm just trying to get him
you
to
never
get
looked at
stuff off.
I like how they just straight up, buy her story completely after he said, I have everything recorded, and she was the one that was actually yelling, right? And I can show you the footage.
Well, she said she did it before, when they're like, you can go. She's like, I did everything, and then drove off.
Yeah.
And they let her drive off. And they're like, it's a he said, she said. And I'm like, no, she said so too.
Yeah.
She said she did it.
It's a he said, she said, but you're the one at fault. And that's just like, dude, come on. This is insanity, man.
He said, she said the same story.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go on your way. We'll send you on your way, and we're done. We wash out at this point.
Where if in next week somebody's back here after all the signs are up, and you just call and say, hey, somebody's back here and there's trespassing and there's
basically,
and we get here and they're parked right in front of a sign staring at it. Well, did you see this sign? Well, yeah, but I didn't think I thought it was still okay. Well,
so it wasn't citable now?
Yeah.
It's going to make it a a here now to cite.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah, right.
I just thought with the cock block in the front of the entrance and then walking the entire perimeter, taking pictures, that was a little egregious and aggressive. So,
obviously we come into these unbiased.
I'm sorry that you
unbiased.
I don't believe you.
Really?
Greatest a-holes.
Yeah, we take this person's statement, we take this person's statement, and a lot of times, more often than not, this person's story is clear over here, and this one's clear over here, and what really happened is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And so we come and figure that out. And honestly, her reason for everything she did, from initially parking up here to pulling up here, was reasonable. And so
parking and blocking the entrance was reasonable.
That she pulled up here to come and knock on the door to try and talk to you more. And then when you didn't answer the door, she went around to see if there was another door. And she says, and then I'm nervous. He's got my information. He's taking pictures of my license plate. I don't know what he's going to do with it.
Police. Yeah.
And then that's why she didn't leave, because she's like, well, he said that he was calling the police, so I'm not going to just run and make you guys come find me.
And I waited 5 minutes. I thought she would just leave on her own. I've been here 2.5 years.
She wasn't going to leave because she said she was calling the police. So she's like, I'm not going to go have the police come looking for me, hunt me down.
I gave her, and it's on video, that I said, if you don't leave in 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm not.
Yeah, she never said that to the cops. He just made that shit up.
Yeah, aggressive. Okay. So, but I appreciate you guys coming, and got a learning lesson today. So thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, good luck.
After both of these incidents, Mr. Hazard met with the chief of police, and as a result of his meetings, he became the second person to receive an apology from the American Fork Police. The first apology letter concerned the March 8th encounter. Regarding the trespassing woman, the department acknowledged that Officer Goodell handled Mr. Hazard unprofessionally. In fact, in Goodell's own report, he criticized Mr. Hazard for provoking the situation.
So here's what it says. This is what freaking retarded little goblin said. You know, on 3/8/24, Gregory Hazard reported a female, Corlin Bartley, was on his business property refusing to leave. Upon arrival, officers found Corlin had parked her car in the shade to eat lunch, and Gregory did not want her in his parking lot. Gregory demanded she be charged for trespassing. However, Corlin was released without any charges. I advised Gregory to call the police instead of provoking situations. Okay. What a little shit,
call
man.
The police, even though it was Mr. Hazard who was the person who had called the police. The chief determined that Goodale's treatment of Mr. Hazard during that first encounter amounted to conduct unbecoming. The second apology letter concerned the accessible parking space. This apology was more significant because it came with a concrete remedy. The apology still refused to admit that Goodale illegally parked in the accessible space, that the trespass order was unconstitutional, or that Goodale retaliated against Mr. Hazard for protected speech. But the chief did find that Officer Goodale's conduct was unbecoming, and later rescinded his trespassing order, and referred to Officer Goodale as former Officer Goodale, stopping short of admitting unlawful retaliation. But the important part is that one apology could be dismissed as customer service, but
Peace out,
separate
homie.
findings combined with the sergeant's admission
Yeah,
suggests
Lackluster.
a reoccurring professionalism problem that supervisors already knew about. The sergeant's statement may actually
Former
be the
Officer
most important
Goodell.
portion. It indicates that Goodale's problems were not necessarily limited to Mr. Hazard's 2 complaints. However, it remains vague. The chief did not identify the earlier incidents, dates, warnings, or disciplinary actions. Whether the complaints contributed to his departure, whether he received discipline, what prior problems caused the sergeant to often correct him, or whether the department concluded that any law or constitutional right was violated. It did, however, state that Zachary Goodale resigned from the police department in January of 2025. But after reviewing both complaints, regardless of what Chief Cameron Paul admits or thinks, I'd like to know what you think.
So that dude probably had gotten a lot of complaints. He probably had a Napoleon complex. And eventually they were just like, look, man, things got to change, or you got to be out, homeboy. And he was just like, I'm just going to be out. That's great.
They probably don't have a choice.
So at least there's some measure of a happy ending, I guess, in that regard. But all right, I think that's what we're going to go ahead and wrap it for tonight. Appreciate y'all joining us. Hope you guys will have a fantastic rest of your night. We'll be back Monday, unless something crazy happens. Tentatively, we'll say Monday. We should be back, and we'll be going over some more stuff. So be sure to tune back in then. We appreciate you guys. What department is he working for now? I don't know. But Hopefully
the flooring
Saturday.
department in Lowe's.
The flooring department,
Yeah.
He's done. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it here. So closing for tonight, once again, will be Data Picard. Appreciate you guys joining us this fine Saturday evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll catch you guys Monday, if not Tuesday, but tentatively we'll say Monday. So you guys have a
good
fantastic night. And thanks
Take
again
it
for
easy.
joining us. We appreciate you guys.
You know, back when I was in the academy, we would follow every toast with a song. It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Come cheer up, my lads. Come cheer up, my lads. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Captain John Ricard and never to have loved at all. The Federation Starship. Come cheer up, my lads. Come cheer up, my lads. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Captain John Ricard. 17346732147 Charlie 32789777643 Tango 732 Victor 73117887324767897643776 Block. When I have plucked the rose, Eagle Grey Hot, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease. In faith, I do not love thee. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? When I have plucked the rose, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease. In faith, I do not love thee. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Come cheer up, my lads. Come cheer up, my lads. 'Tis better to have loved and lost. Incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic. No one had a chance to interrupt. It was quite hypnotic. Incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic. No one had a chance to interrupt. It was quite hypnotic. Shiri Skala, Shiri Skala,
That's an interesting twist.